Hi, and welcome back to Between the Benches, your go-to place for all hockey news. So, big news in the NHL today. All 31 teams got new jerseys. The reverse retros have officially released after a couple weeks of teasing, little rumors coming out here and there. It's an exciting time for hockey fans. It's been kind of dead for the past couple of months, so I thought no better way to celebrate this than do a tier list. So we're going to go through every 31 teams. Before I hop in, I'm just going to go over my categories. So we got garbage bin down here. This is just pretty much hot trash and nothing else. Right above it, we got the clearance dust collectors. This is basically every time you go into a sports store, they have the clearance section. There's always a couple jerseys in there. They never sell. These ones are destined for that location. Next up, we got the buy on discount. Pretty good jerseys. If they do go on sale, I'll be sure to snag them, but otherwise they're not really worth full price. We got the reverse retro hit. So great idea for this reverse retro thing. They're a fun, kind of cool looking jersey, all that good stuff, but nothing really more than that. Just good time for now. Right above that, we got the future retro. So I believe in the future this team will want to use it for retro nights, throwback nights, special events. They'll kind of solidify themselves in a jersey rotation. Ahead of that, we got the future third. So even higher than that, we got a team that's going to want to use these pretty often in circulation. They become the third jersey to their set, really popular. And above that, we got the biggest of the big, future primaries. So these ones basically, they should be the new homes. They should be the new ways. Top class jerseys. Go above and beyond what they're supposed to do with this. Just fantastic. Please make these your homes. This is going to be my tier list. Tomorrow JJ will be doing his, and then on Wednesday we'll come back and compare. So please hit like and subscribe to see those, and also leave a comment down below on what you think was right and what you think was wrong on this. Starting off with number 1, the New Jersey Devils. I'm going to throw this right into the future retro category. This is just such a beautiful jersey with the green and red. I know it's Christmas colors, but there's a reason why Christmas colors are red and green. They just match so well. It looks so good. I'm a really big fan of this jersey. I'm glad they went there. The striping on it's kind of funky. If you can see, it's like a big white one, and then the red and white, and then here the white one's on top, and it's thinner. I'm not crazy about that, to be honest. I think if you cleaned up the striping, this could be a really classic jersey. Next up, Toronto Maple Leafs. Sorry, Maple Leaf fans. You guys kind of got screwed on this one. I'm not a huge fan of gray on jerseys. I don't think it looks sharp. It just makes it look dull. Sometimes they might make it a little sparkly to make it, silver, but they didn't do that with this one. It's just gray arm, a big gray sleeve at the bottom. I know Toronto only has 2 colors, but they could have done so much more with this. Maybe if they even did the red text in the Maple Leaf like their original logo. Oh, baby, that would have looked so sick, but this doesn't really harken back to any positive memories for Leafs fans. It's kind of hard to find those anyways. And with the gray, it's just kind of lame. I'm putting it, if it goes on discount, I'll get it. It's still kind of a sharp jersey, but the gray really brings it down a tier for me. Coming in for the New York Rangers, they're going in the reverse retro hit. Lady Liberty is back. They got that cool little edgy side logo that goes here of the shield, where it goes right above the end. I love that logo. I love this logo. But everything else is so boring about this jersey. I mean, like the one stripe, yeah, the logo is sick. I love the logo. The numbers with the gray, well, I just said I don't like gray. It works in this case because the logo is gray. But you could have added a bit more. I'm not sure if many of you guys have seen the Hurricanes, Lethbridge Hurricanes alternate jersey, which is blue and red. And even they knew to add a bit more stripes because this looks pretty much identical to that. It'll look sick on the ice, kind of that slick modern look. But man, add a couple more stripes and that could have been, future third. Fantastic piece of the Rangers, but so close yet so far. Coming in, LA Kings. Easy pick, future primary. Oh my god, that's a great jersey. The purple, the gold, the new logo in that color. It's just so great. All of it screams, creative, fun, simple, modern, retro, but kind of innovative. It fits the town of LA better. It matches with the Lakers. I love seeing teams that have, a consensus colors. Look at Pittsburgh. All their teams wear the same colors, and it's fantastic. And this is so much more interesting than just the black and gray that the current LA Kings wear with that boring logo. If they go back to this, that's a knockout win for the LA Kings. And I think that's what this is meant to be. It's supposed to be kind of a test run, see how the fans feel about it. If they really sell well, and they will, I think we might see more purple in LA's future. Next up, San Jose Sharks, putting them on buy on discount. That's a pretty ugly jersey. I mean, I was thinking about putting the clearance dust collectors, but they're saved by the logo's cool. That old school Sharks logo. It's a bit different from the new one that I got hanging right behind me here. It's a little less slick, but I kind of like it for that. And the sleeves are just so cool, with the black going around and the white and the teal. It matches it so perfectly. And I just wish they did something other than gray. They could have picked any other color but gray, but kind of looks dull, like a tank top in the middle part, but the arms are just so good. Like, I want to get that jersey on discount for sure, but I would never pay full price for that. It's just a little too ugly. Could have had it San Jose. They always really do have good jerseys. They're a great team for that, but this one feels like a miss. Next up, the Washington Capitals Red Screaming Eagle. This is a bit of a hard one. I think I'm going to throw it in the future retros. It's a sharp jersey. That swoosh is great. It was a cool jersey when they rocked it back in the day. I'm not crazy about the font. The red and the blue on this one look kind of weird. I think it's just how they photographed it, though. I'm sure it'll look just as great as their current ones on the ice. It's kind of funky how Ovi's been in the league so long. He's wearing a reverse retro of a jersey that he used to wear, but nonetheless. I mean, it's cool. It's really great. I think they're going to use that going forward. But yeah, it's just a solid jersey. I got no complaints with it. Next up, Ottawa Senators. I mean, I like the new black. I'm not crazy about them. I think it's sharp, and I like the change they made, but this is just boring. They have a gold logo, and they made it even more gold, and yet there's no gold on the jersey. There's that big black stripe, and then a little red one below. It's just ugly. It's just, Ottawa already has a hard time selling jerseys, and I think the new ones will change this. But this just looks like every other Ottawa jersey that sits in the clearance aisles, and it sucks that they missed a good opportunity. Ottawa used to be the kings of jerseys when they had those black ones with the big O. Those were slam dunks, but these ones, yeah, it's a head scratcher. Going into the garbage bin, first one there, the New York Islanders with a slightly more dark blue jersey and a white and orange switch. Who's going to buy this? Like, who is this made for? Islanders fans hate it. Non-Islanders fans hate it. If you already have an Islanders jersey, you're not going to buy one that's a slightly different shade of blue with orange on the bottom instead of the top. Like, I don't know. It boggles my mind. I know they didn't want to go back to the Fishermen. I know they're not on great terms with that logo, but even doing like the wave pattern that the Fishermen have, something creative, give a fan something. I don't see these selling well. I think it's just going to do it once this year. They're going to get rid of them. Word comes out that like Lou Lamoriello really doesn't like third jerseys. That's why their current alternate's kind of meh, and I can see why this one's just god awful. Sorry, Islanders fans, you guys really do deserve better. Coming in next, future retro, Whalers. It's kind of a cheap win, Every time something Whalers gets released, we're like, damn, we love it so much. It looks so good. I'm not a fan of the gray. The green looks sharp. I know why they wore the gray. I know the old retro Whalers ones used to have it. The pattern on the arms on these ones, they're sick. They look so good. It's just a sharp jersey. I'm such a big fan of it, but it doesn't do anything above and beyond. I don't think it will replace the current green one that they wear, but it's a sharp-looking jersey. I can see them doing a couple throwback nights. They can have 1 week where they do the home ones, 1 week when they do the away ones. And it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. Now, here we come. We're going to hit some heavy hitters here. What a jersey. Now, I know that might be a little controversial. I know a lot of people don't like that jersey, but that is a beautiful jersey. It's fun. Hockey is meant to be fun. That's a fun jersey. Original. I hate teams who just do, this other team, but we're going to do the colors a little differently. That is an original jersey. There's no other team that does anything about that. It speaks to the area that the team is from. That's very important. You want your team to have an identity with the community. The desert, the art style. It's beautiful. The colors on this jersey. The colors are like any team in the NHL. The purple, the orange, the green. That's just such a strange yet beautiful combo. If Arizona switched to that full time, if they get a couple good guys on the roster, they'll be a fantastic team to watch. And with those uniforms, they'll be the best looking team on the ice. Man, I love that. What a slam dunk for the Arizona Coyotes. And another one. Future primary. I know we haven't gotten a future third yet, but I love those Florida Panther jerseys. It's the best Florida jersey they've ever had. Behind me on the wall, I have their last time they went to a blue main jersey, and it was all right. But man, these ones, those are nice jerseys. The arm striping, fantastic. Gold, white, red, the dark blue, the jumping panther. Their great logo. Their new one's so boring, but that jumping panther, just really grabs your attention, and just the color patterns on this jersey. If they switch to that full time and they made it away like that, Florida Panthers will be one of the best looking, teams in the NHL. A lot of times people are like, well, you get what you get with jerseys, but these really show teams are creative. They know what looks good, and they have the colors to do it. I just wish they did it more. Coming up next, this is going straight to the clearance dust collectors. What a tough act to follow after those two, but and I know this might be controversial, I hate that logo. It looks cheap. Looks like it was made in MS Paint. Looks like if someone did a challenge to draw the Tampa Bay logo from memory, that's what you get. It's just ugly. The script is ugly. Doesn't match the font of the jerseys. The white shoulders and white, little cufflinks it's got, terrible. Just, I can see that sitting with the Ottawa jersey. I'm just not a fan. I really don't like it. I know it has a lot of, momentum and meaning to the Tampa Bay Lightning fans, but hey, if you guys love it, that's great. I'm not, a huge lover of it, but if you guys really like it, you go ham for that. You guys go. That's all I can say about that. I really don't want to bag on it anymore. It's just a lame jersey to me, to be honest. Coming in next with the Nordiques, or shall we say Colorado Avalanche. What a cool jersey. I mean, eventually this was going to happen. The 25th anniversary of the franchise moving to Colorado is coming up. So I really like how they went back to the past. The Hartford Whalers doing that, but they switched to their colors. So that makes it not just like, oh, hey, we're recycling these jerseys. We're doing something with them. And I love that. I think, changing it to your colors, it gives them more of an identity. It looks great too, the white jersey. So sharp with those logos. It was a great jersey when it was first released. And now with the Colorado colors, I kind of love it more, to be honest. I think it's going to look great. Seeing Nathan McKinnon in that, it's going to be beautiful. And I think they're going to hold on to that. I think they're going to be super popular. Now here we have the conundrum. This jersey, I kind of don't know where to put it. Is it beautiful or is it ugly? I'm putting it here because it looks ugly to me. It looks really ugly. The black shoulder bits that cut off halfway, and then white sleeves, looks almost like a t-shirt. It has, the weird, it makes their chest look way bigger than it is. I don't know how I feel about these, and yet the reason why I'm so conflicted is because I know Philadelphia jerseys. I always say this about them. I'm like, they're ugly, god-awful, but when they get on the ice, they look really good. And I might be wrong again. I might think these look great on the ice. It depends what helmets and gloves they put with it. But if we're just talking jerseys, I think that one's not going to sell. It's pretty ugly. I don't know. I'm pretty split on that one, to be honest. Next one, Chicago Blackhawks. A bit disappointing. Chicago always has great jerseys. This isn't one of them. It's just striping, boring. Color, boring. The logo is kind of cool. They've had this logo before on Winter Classic jerseys, but the numbering has red around it, yet the C doesn't. Kind of a weird choice. I just think it's a little lackluster. Chicago has the best jerseys in the league. I'm not here to argue that, but I don't know. I think they could have done more with that. I'm a little disappointed, to be honest. That's why, I would get on discount. Having Chicago jerseys are always the best. They look always good. But, with such a rich history, they had the barber pole that they could have done. Doing that's a little lame. Not going to lie. Alrighty. Pittsburgh. That's a hit. That's a beautiful jersey. Do we wish they did the baby blue? Absolutely. But, for this one-time thing, I think that's a beautiful jersey. They might even use it going forward. It's just so simplistic. The striping's nice. It's a nice white jersey. It's always hard to do a white jersey well. I think it's really well done. I think they hit, hammerhead, perfect. I like it. I think it looks great. There's not really a lot to say about a white jersey, but I think Pittsburgh really hit the mark. This one, it's a little funky looking. A team called the Blue Jackets wearing a mainly red jersey doesn't really work for me. I think it's a little ugly. It's a little too busy. You got the white sleeves and the blue stars here. The logo has a green hockey stick. I don't really know what they were thinking when they were making this. Columbus never really had a good jersey history besides the cannon. The cannon is fantastic, but this is just that's a mighty big yikes for me. But we'll see how it sells. I might get one on discount, but that's almost clearance dust collectors. That's pretty bad. Alrighty, Montreal, who never do third, so this is really, really fun to see. I love it. The blue and the red, it's sharp. The only reason why I'm ranking it as a future retro is because they didn't really change it up, and I know that's like sacrilegious for Montreal to do anything different. But, it's a sharp jersey. I really like how it looks. I think it's beautiful. I think the blue and the red looks just so good together. And it's so funky. Just, you're looking at it, you're like, wow, Montreal's jersey is different because they never change it. But, I think they might bring that back a couple years, use it here and there. Yeah, it looks great. Next up, the Buffalo Sabres with the butter knives jersey. I think I'm going to put her here. You know what? It got the thumb of approval from, Ryan Miller, the goalie that used to wear those jerseys. He likes them. I got to like them. I think it's sharp. I think the goat head and the shoulder with the royal blue looks really sharp. Same with the butter knives. It's got a bit of gray on the bottom, which I don't like. I know the original did, but they put in the numbering, so it kind of works. I think it's a sharp jersey. I don't think this will be their main third, but they'll definitely, go back to this a lot. I'm a big fan. Well, again, white jerseys are pretty hard to do, but that logo in the blue and gold, it's sharp. All right, next up. It's always weird to say a St. Louis jersey that's not blue. And the team's called the Blues. I know it's the music genre, but a red one, that's a little funky. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. That's why I think it's a great hit for this. It's kind of a, whoa, reverse retro, but putting that any higher, that's a bit of a stretch. I respect that they went crazy with it. That's the point of this. You want to have fun with the jerseys. You want to go out and do something different with the jerseys. I don't know. It's different. It's different. I like it for that. It's a good reverse retro. Garbage. Pure garbage. Like, what were they thinking? It's a practice jersey with a gray stripe. It's so boring. They could have done so much more. Just disappointing. I don't want to waste any more breath on that jersey. Just disgusting. All right, Boston. Kind of going odd. We always knew they wanted to do a yellow jersey, but the white cufflinks are weird. The only 2 black stripes. The crazy bear on the shoulder. It doesn't resonate well with me. It's kind of an ugly looking jersey, to be honest. I don't think this is going to sell well with Boston fans. I don't think it's going to sell well at all. Bright yellow jerseys with nothing on them. I mean, do something cool with the pattern. Do something interesting, add a bit more. And they really didn't, and I think that kind of sunk it for them. Now this I like. Gradient jerseys are usually ugly, but the blue into the green, beautiful. The logo on top of that, beautiful. The arms that are green with the white V for Vancouver, beautiful. Like, that's a slam dunk. I like this better than their current alternates. I mean, wow, what a great jersey by the Vancouver Canucks. You got to go wild. I mean, you got to take those bold risks, and sometimes they work. And I think this one works. I think it's beautiful. All right, Minnesota. First time they're dabbling with the North Stars colors. Little interesting. I mean, I don't like that they kept their logo. If they did the shoulder logo, because I don't know if they can use the North Stars, the big M, that would have been cool. But, the yellow on the Minnesota Wild logo, it just doesn't sit right with me. The arms look sick. The rest of the jersey looks sick. It's really just the logo. I'm going to see this as a future retro, but it's a stepping stone. You're going in the right direction. I think I could see a future third just like that. This jersey. Now, this is controversial. It's a bit hard. I'm going to put in the clearance dust collectors because it's the same as their current ways. Like, the blue's a bit lighter. The orange is a bit lighter, but they flipped the blue and the orange, but that's not a retro. They didn't do anything with the logo. The logo stayed the same. If they changed the logo up, magnifique. That would have been way higher on my list, but it's just boring. They could have done more. I would have saved my money on this if I'm an Oilers fan. Like, it's just, boring. Boo. Boo Oilers on this one. You want to get creative, and that will lead us into our next one. The most wild of these. Now, I'm putting it there because that is the ugliest jersey in NHL history. That will not be a future retro. That will not be a third. Please, God, never make that a primary. But respect to the boldness, respect to the effort. Like, I love it. They went all out. They said, you want to see crazy? We're going to show you crazy. And yeah, I love it. I think it's great. I'm glad they did it like that. It's fantastic. I mean, it's a perfect reverse retro. That's what a reverse retro should be. Crazy, bold, kind of fun. You know, this is supposed to be something fun, and they nailed it on the head. Coming on up next, the Vegas. So that Vegas is going to go into the future third. That is a beautiful jersey. The red is strong. You know, the gold striping. I know it's a different color than the Golden Knights, but, you know, thirds are supposed to be. I love that logo so much more than their main, so making that the main one. Ooh, that's a beautiful jersey. That's great. That's going to be a future third. I think with the gold one, they'll do a nice rotation with those. I think that's going to look great on the ice, and fans are going to be really receptive to it. Not to mention the history in Vegas sports teams. All right, next up, Nashville. Yellow jerseys are always so hard to do. They did a great job, though. The gray is a little boring. It breaks up the yellow, though. This is barely better than the Boston one. It's just that they break up the yellow a bit more, but it's still pretty bad. It's hard to get a good Nashville jersey, so I think I would get this one on discount, but yeah, it's a bit yikes for me. This hurts. Gray main jersey, bit of blue. No different shades of blue like the main one. No red like the retros. I don't know what the Jets guys were thinking when they made this. I don't know if they fired their old jersey guy, but that's a swing and a miss in every case. It hurts to see, and it hurts because the Jets always have fantastic retro jerseys. I guess the well has run dry, but man, that really sucks to see them really swing bad on that one. It has a bit of nice features, but it kind of just looks like the Toronto one, but less interesting. Just gray. Alrighty. Calgary Flame. Blasty has finally returned. The striping on this one's a bit weird. It's a bit different. I like it, though. The slick black look, it's beautiful. It's going to look great with those white C's on the shoulders. The logo is so brash and bold, and the colors on the, you know, the numbers where it's white and red and yellow. Whew, it's a beautiful jersey. And it speaks of the town. You know, Calgary is a very, you know, cowboy town, and having a big horse on it that breathes fire, why not? I mean, I love it. I think this is a great jersey, and with their home and aways, if you make this their alternate, which I think they will do in the future, that's one of the best 3 jerseys in the NHL. And to round this all up, guys, the Dallas Stars. Again, you know what's ugly? Gray. You know what's even uglier? Gray on white. And Dallas seemed to do that. They put silver on a white. If you look in, it's really weird. Around the Dallas Stars is white, and then it's silver, and then it's white again. That could have been such a beautiful jerseys with a big star if you made it green. Hell, if you even had a bit of red and gold, you know, do something, you know, interesting with it. But I think they kind of blew it, and that sucks. I'm sorry, Dallas fans. That's 2 bad jerseys in the past couple of weeks here. But hey, you guys had that beautiful Winter Classic jersey. So this is my tier list, guys. A couple jerseys might be able to switch here and there, but I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Tomorrow we'll see how JJ does, and then come Wednesday we'll do a little consensus, see if we can get how most NHL fans feel about the jerseys. And other than that, I'll catch you guys next time. Have a